What's going on, family? What's going on? For those of you who don't know, my name is Kieran T. Davis, and I'm putting this video out here with the intentions on helping as many people as possible. And I just ask that God uses me in a way to speak through me so that this can resonate and connect and reach those for whom it's for. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Also, too, if any point in this video, anything in this resonates with you, helps you out, connects with you, do me the kindness of liking, commenting, and subscribing, right? So we can grow, reach more people, and reach our goals. Also, before I begin, I have to remind you guys to stay until the end, because you don't know when the message that will set you free, that will free you, that will free your mind, that will break down the chains and the strongholds against you, right? You don't know when that will come in this video. So stay tuned and wait and listen with a soft heart and open mind. So, I want to talk to you guys about something that's very, very, very important. It's not just for men, it's for men and women, for everyone, right? And this is about this war over, this war between your internal war between your spirit and your flesh, right? The way I'm about to talk about this is not going to be in a way that anybody has, at least to my knowledge, to my awareness, and it's never in a way that I have spoken on it. I'm just really allowing, I'm just allowing God to use me, and also just for housekeeping. I do not proclaim to be a guru. I do not proclaim to be anything. I'm not a prophet. I'm not anything. I am just a God-fearing individual, a servant of God, and a servant to you guys when it comes to delivering these messages, right? I am just your brother. That's all, right? So, the battle between your spirit and your flesh. And this is going to partake in many ways, so many ways. Today, I'm going to talk about one. Right? So when I like to think of the flesh, I like to think of your lowest possible self. Because if you live completely through your flesh, you'll be doing all things that are just really against God. You do all things that are really against God. All things. And if you were just to live completely through your spirit, you would be perfect. You would be perfect. Be perfect, right? So how do you kind of start to win this war? Well, for me, what really changed it, because see, you can try to build your mind and gain knowledge and gain understanding and things like that, but you're still going to battle and be weak over your flesh. So first you might think, how do I know if I'm weak over my flesh? How do I know if I'm winning or not? Well, if you have an addiction, you're weak over your flesh. What do you mean an addiction? I'm not just talking about drugs. I'm talking about anything that you feel like you got to use every day or do every day. This can be pornography. You constantly clicking on your OnlyFans, whatever. You clicking on OnlyFans, hey man, you got addiction, my boy. If you act like you can't go without playing the game, you got an addiction, my boy. If you can't sustain from food, you got an addiction, right? Anything that has a control over you, has a stronghold over you, you can be addicted to. You can almost make an idol of that. Like you're more obedient to the calling of that thing more than you are over to the calling and request of God. You lack obedience to God. So what helped me out? This is the thing, guys, that I promise you will change your life. And I'm going to tell you why. You need to be in the gym. You need to be in the gym. I'm not going to say all, because you still need to have a certain. I'm not doing this for just me. I'm doing this to better my chances of winning over my flesh, right? Now, for anybody listening in the background who people just like to rebuttal and, because what I'm saying is not law. What I'm saying is not law. And there's going to be, and there's going to be exceptions to the rule and things like that. What I'm saying is that this is what worked for me, and I promise it'll work for you, right? But first is God, right? You need to seek a relationship with God. While you're seeking a relationship with God, get in the gym and watch how your life changes. I'm going to tell you why. Because first, see, your body and your brain wants to just keep you alive, and your brain wants to kind of do the bare minimum. And your body doesn't want to do anything unnecessary. So you're going to have to win a war over your mind and over your body to even go to the gym. You're going to get sore for like the first 2 to 4 weeks. You're going to be sore. Your body's going to be like, are you crazy? And your brain's going to be like, are you crazy? But when you start working out, the soreness goes away, because it only goes away when you're actively working those muscles again. It is miraculous how God has made us, right? Let me make sure we're recording. Let me make sure my mic is on. Make sure we're good. Okay. It's miraculous. So you already have to overcome what your mind is telling you, and you have to overcome what your body is telling you. So what else is there left? I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I would think that was my spirit pushing me, right? So that seems like to be aligned with the greatest version of myself, whom God intends me to become. The best version of myself that I can possibly be. That's the first thing it's going to do. It's going to allow you to align with your best self. Also, it makes me believe that if I am able to get deeper into this, right? Get stronger. I'm going to have to get organized. I'm going to have to be disciplined. I'm going to have to do all the same things, and I'm going to tie this in, right? If I want to build a certain physique, 6-pack, V-taper, things like that, right? I'm going to have to become educated. I'm going to have more discipline and more mastery over my body. So the first thing that's coming to mind is that if I'm doing this, then I am becoming a master over my body already, because I am making my body do what I want it to do, and I'm not listening. My body does not command me to not work out, to stop when I'm sore, when I know that this is what's best for my body. My body don't know what's best for it, right? Not in a literal sense, right? I'm not no doctor, right? But I'm saying that your body's going to be like, oh, I don't feel like it. Your brain is like, no. Your brain's going to say, yeah, maybe we should just wait. And you're going to be like, nah, this is what's best. Your soul, your spirit, your highest self is going to speak down. No, push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. You understand? You understand? So you need to get in the gym so that you can begin the journey to master over your flesh, over your body. So first I said God, and then this is what you need to take and start to implement, put in action, and watch how they go hand in hand. Watch how they go hand in hand. Some of my favorite people in the world are the Christians that I meet in the gym. It's like they just get it. It's like they just get it. They just get it. If you show me a God-fearing man who's fit, and I'll show you one of the finest men that we have, that this world has to offer. I mean, finest as in the top quality men that this world has to offer. Let's look at it. Point them out. Point them out. I bet, it's going to be very hard to disprove that. And I'm not saying that all their beliefs and all the things like that, whatever, but I would tell you that this is amongst some of the finest men that the world has to offer. Not saying that if you're scrawny and you're a Christian that you're not, or anything like that, no. But I'm saying that you can't possibly be your best self if you if you haven't maximized, the body that God gave you, right? Someone say that, oh, David was short and so whatever, but I'm like, but David wrestled lions. Are you telling me that this man was just like scrawny? It's one to be short. I don't think David was just like a brittle individual. It just doesn't make sense, right? He had the heart of a lion. He had faith. He was chosen. But did not say that he was brittle. He wasn't like this like weak man, And it makes me, I'm going to revisit that as I'm saying this as well. And you guys can correct me in the comments if David was a weak man. If he was weak, right? But nevertheless, let's move forward into my next point. So it's going to teach you that. It's going to start the journey for you to master your body, master your flesh, and align with your highest self. It's also going to teach you patience. It's also going to teach you patience. So many of you guys are praying for patience, but you won't go to the gym. It's going to teach you all the patience. Because when you work out today, those muscles might not show for 6 months. It's a commitment. So if you're really trying to just get big, or you're trying to look good, or you're doing it for for vain things, you're doing it for pride or whatever the case may be, it's gonna be very hard to reach that goal. The people that I know are showing up to the gym out of discipline, out of routine, out of a commitment, something greater than themselves. They're trying to push themselves. They're trying to be better. Are you trying to be better? What do you do? What do you say? Right? It's life changing. When you make that commitment to be better, to be your best, right? I love it for anybody right now who gets this message and they're saying, you know what? It's time for me to get in the gym. I'm not getting in the gym. See, like when I first got in the gym, it's because I had failed at business. My business had failed. My business didn't fail. Actually, I failed my business. My business was booming, thousands of dollars per month. I wasn't good enough, but at the same time, this is all a part of God's plan to align me with what is really for me. I think God wanted to show me that this was possible for me and that it's coming. Wait, right? But at the time, when I'm suffering through this, I felt depressed. I felt ashamed. And I got in the gym because I wanted to almost like put myself through something because I couldn't do anything. And here's the thing. See, actually, I'm going to wait to say that. We're going to get to that. But I couldn't do anything, right? So I started working out. And then as I started working out, I started to really enjoy it. Working out. I started watching YouTube videos about it, learning more, educating myself about fitness. Now I wanted to reach a goal with it. I wanted to obtain a certain physique, right? Now let's add some organization to this. Let's find best workouts for my chest, best workouts for biceps, triceps, shoulders, for like my entire back, delts, right? Whatever, right? Leg, like whatever I'm trying to target. I'm looking at, they got on YouTube tier list bicep workouts, and I'm like, that don't look comfortable. I don't like that. And I would find the ones that I enjoy doing. See, a lot of you guys, you just go do whatever somebody says, but go in the gym, find the workouts that you enjoy so that you actually look forward to working out, because they're going to still target the same areas. Just find the workout, construct the workout that you enjoy. Even if you're working out at home, find the workout that you enjoy. So if I'm working out all areas of my back, I'm working out my arms, shoulders, chest, abs, doing my cardio days. I'm figuring out what works for me. You might go play pickup basketball for cardio. That might be your cardio. But I'm just saying is, like, in general, I ain't saying you even gotta get swole. You ain't gotta become diesel. But I do think you should push yourself. And I also think that you should lift weights. You should put on muscle, 100,000%. Don't just hoop all the time. You see now with Kevin Durant. Like, look at LeBron James. Yeah, he's hooping. He's got all the cardio winning in the world, but this man's also hitting the weights. He's also hitting the weights. That's why he's going to go down as one of the greats. There's not anybody who's competed on the highest level who is considered one of the greats who is not lifting weights and working out. I mean, who's debatably the greatest, whatever they do, who's not in the gym working out, right? Somebody say like Tom Brady. I can't say Tom Brady's not lifting weights. I don't know. I know he's on a diet. I know he's working out. He just might not be putting on a lot of muscle, but he's probably still keeping himself loose. Maybe he doesn't want to be like some shredded guy. You know what I mean? So, nevertheless, it built up my mind. So many of you guys are struggling with, depression, anxiety, shame, or whatever the case may be, and it's like you need to get in the gym. You need to get in the gym. You need to get in the gym. Give yourself some purpose, at least for that. Some guys, that's all they have is the gym. Until you figure out deeper what your purpose is. And I got a video on that. But you find deeper what your purpose is. You find deeper what your calling is and what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So you can, so God can use you. Right? Moving forward. A lot of you guys, you look at, you want to become successful, you want to become wealthy and things like that. And like it says in Deuteronomy, that this is from God. Wealth is from God, right? It's not from the enemy, right? And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But the same discipline, the same commitment that it takes to get stronger in the gym, to build a certain physique in the gym, is the same thing you can apply to everything across the board, right? You can't get stronger if you're not organized and disciplined, right? You can't build a physique unless it's what you do outside the gym, what you're doing in the kitchen. It's gonna allow you to get abs. It's gonna allow you to achieve all these other things. You see what I mean? It becomes a lifestyle. So if you apply that same thing to something else you're doing, you want a wife. There's a lifestyle that comes with that. There's a commitment that comes with that. You gotta understand that and lock in with it. If you want to become a successful businessman, there's a certain discipline with that. There's some organization required of that. You got to become a certain individual, and you got to commit to that and learn it and study it, right? You can't go in the gym without learning what this machine does, how to properly perform this exercise. What is the form that I need to make sure I'm not hurting myself, to make sure I'm getting the maximum gains that I can get from this exercise. And how do I make sure that I'm getting stronger? How many sets, reps, right? You need to understand the knowledge, the knowledge behind this thing, and don't go into it blindly. When you do that, you can apply that same thing that allows you to get shredded in the gym, and apply that to other things. Apply that to other things. How do I be better with my money? I need to get organized. I need to study. I need to do some research and apply this knowledge, test it out, right? I 100% need to be more organized. I might need to get an Excel spreadsheet, put all my expenses, put all the things that aren't like, it's not a bill, but it's my lifestyle, right? Put in my savings, put in my tithings, right? I need a budget and see where I'm at so I know what I need to spend, what I need to make, right? I need to be organized with this stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, it's the same thing. When I figured out how to consistently show up in the gym, I started seeing myself getting stronger. People started to know changes in my physique. I applied that same thing to every area in my life. Build a better relationship with God. Get organized. Seek knowledge from people who are further on that journey, right? I'm looking into it. I'm learning it. Even with this YouTube channel growing, same sense of that, right? I'm learning from people, applying that knowledge, getting organized, getting disciplined, showing up. Most importantly, we're not focused on the results. We're not focused on the results. We're focusing on showing up every time we say we're supposed to show up to that thing. Show up. See, a lot of people are focused on the result and they're so attached to the result that they don't realize, like I told you guys before, it's the journey. And the journey is about becoming who you're supposed to become. Because see, if you woke up tomorrow and you owned $1 million business, it wouldn't last long. Because you aren't the individual who's capable of running $1 million business. So the journey is necessary because you have to become that person who's capable of running $1 million business. Once you become that person, not only can you run this business successfully, but you can run and start any business and build it up to $1 million company because you now have the knowledge, you have the know-how. One of my mentors always told me, if you can do it once, you can do it again, because it's the same thing that took to do this that it will take to do all of these other things. And once I realized that, dang, you know what? I don't have to go reinvent the wheel. I now get it. All I got to do is apply this same principle, the same formula to all the things that I want to succeed in. Build a relationship with God, in the gym, with business, with relationships, with romantic relationships, with, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. Winning looks the same no matter what. It takes the same thing. And once you get that, you can do anything. But to see, why do I need to start in the gym? Because it's the one thing that you can start right now. Anybody. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what your circumstance is. It doesn't matter what resources you have. Anyone can have getting in shape and getting stronger as their first victory in life. Anyone. Because you know why? All you actually need is your body. Is your body weight. You don't even need a gym membership. You can just literally do push-ups at home, sit-ups at home, do squats at home, and then maybe you invest in a dumbbell. Okay, now we got that. We're doing some curls. We're doing this. We're doing that, right? Okay, boom. Now maybe we get, we invest in more things, or maybe we take the $10 and we go to Planet Fitness or wherever you're at, whatever the cheapest membership you're at, and now we invested in that, and now we're doing this. And maybe, you don't have a car, you can't get to the gym easily. Okay, well, walking to the gym is going to be your part of your exercise as well. You're going to walk, you're going to work out, you're going to walk back. Now you're killing it. And I bet by the time that you are in shape and you're yoked, let me make sure we're still recording. By the time you're in shape and you're yoked, I bet you're closer and you've improved all areas in your life. I bet you have improved all areas in your life. And if you're somebody who is still complaining, trying to figure out why your life sucks, and you haven't built a relationship with God, and you haven't taken your fitness and your health seriously, it's gonna be a very challenging journey for you. A very challenging journey for you. And what I say is, why hold off for tomorrow what you can do today? By the time this video has completed, you could have done 100 push-ups. And even if you just do that today, do that for the next 30 days. And then do 125 for the next 30 days after that. 150 for the next 30 days after that. 175 for the next 30 days after that. And just keep going until the point where you're doing 300 push-ups a day. And don't cling to the result. Cling to the process. Cling to who you will become and who that's going to transform you into. Okay? I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Talk to you tomorrow.